Welcome to our HTML crash course. Whether you are a complete beginner or looking to refresh your HTML skills, you have come to the right place. In this video, we will embark on an exciting journey into the world of hypertext markup language. HTML is a backbone of the web. It's a language used to structure web pages and provide the foundation for everything you see on the internet. Understanding HTML is essential for anyone interested in web development. Whether you are aspiring to become a professional developer or just want to create your own personal website. Throughout this crash course, we will cover the fundamentals of HTML, starting from the basics and gradually progressing to more advanced concepts. By the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of HTML and be ready to create your own web pages from the scratch. What is an HTML? HTML is a standard HTML is a standard markup language, and with HTML you can create your own website. HTML is easy to learn because it's not a programming language. HTML is just a markup language for creating web pages and documents. If you understand how XML works, you can understand HTML easily. HTML is full of tags and attributes and elements. We will understand what are the tags and what are the elements and what are the attributes in coming slides. So to write any sort of code, you need an IDE. IDE means Integrated Development Environment. So in our scenario, we will be using Visual Studio Code, and you can use any other to write HTML. You can use normal Notepad also, or Notepad++ if you are using Windows, and we can use Visual Studio Code also. So let's see how we can download the Visual Studio Code first. So to download the Visual Studio Code, go to website and type code.visualstudio.com and then download for Windows. And if you want to download for Mac OS, you can do that as well. Or if you want to download it for Linux, you can do that as well. So since I'm using Windows, I downloaded it for Windows, and I already downloaded it. And the interface looks like this. Okay. And so to create HTML code, first we need to understand how to create, how to use this IDE to create any files or folders in the Visual Studio Code. So to create folder, first create a folder saying that HTML demo or something. I created a folder called HTML demo. I'm opening that. To open that folder, you can just click on File and then go to Open Folder and open it, and then select HTML demo, your folder, whatever name you gave, and then I want to create a HTML file in this. Okay, HTML file ends with the .html. The extension of the HTML file is .html. So to create a file under this folder, just click on this plus. So if you mouse over it, you can see the 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 alternate text, the tooltip we call it. So you can understand by seeing that. So I'll just click on that, and then it will allow you to create a file. So I'm just creating a file by naming index.html. So if you notice, it started with some icon like closed arrow and open arrow and closed arrow. So in HTML, every piece of code in the HTML will be enclosed in that closed and open and closed tags, open and closed arrows. So anything will be in this. Let's say anything you want to write. Let's say if you want to create a header, let's say you will be creating a header and then typing this and save it. And if you go to browser, I'll go to browser and open that file. To open that file, HTML demo, open with Google Chrome. See, so if you anything, but this is not looking good. If you write anything like this, like it will show, but this is not looking good. It is not, it's not, you cannot structurize it the way you want to. Like usually like web pages will be having navigation pan and the headings and header and footer and body and all of that. But if we that to have all of that, we have some sort of syntax in HTML. You have to follow that syntax. So the syntax of the HTML looks like this. So it will be having document type HTML. This is mandatory document type. Document type will tell the browser that okay, that the page what is loading is a HTML page. So to make browser to understand, you have to use this document type. And in the HTML we have a different versions like HTML5 or HTML or other versions. So that you by providing that document type, then it will understand what kind of version it is and what is the file it is. And then you will be having a HTML tags. These we call it as whatever I told you, right? Whatever was there in the open arrow and closed arrow, and that we call it as a tags. And we will be having different tags, different types of tags for different kind of design in the page. So let's go and create our first HTML page. So as I mentioned, we have to provide the document type, and then to write any HTML code, the code should be inside the HTML. And for HTML, you'll be having a header, that means, and body and footer. So whatever you want to add in the top section, you will have to add in the header, and whatever you want to add in the middle section, you will have to add in the middle, and whatever is there in the footer section, you will be having the footer. So it is like that. So in the head section, sorry. But these header and footer are not mandatory to understand now. For now, I'm removing it, but we'll understand eventually. So first we need to understand what is head and what is body. Okay. Okay. In the head, in the head tag, you will be having the links if this file is using any other references, or if this HTML web page, if the HTML web page is using any kind of styles or any kind of script or any kind of other references, then all that references you need to mention the head, because when the page loads in the browser, it will load the head first and then the body next. So whatever if body is referring, if body is referring some sort of like image, if some sort of styles or some sort of JavaScript or anything, if you don't mention head, it will not load, because the body will not load properly, because the body will load later, and then head will load first and then body will load later. So if you refer something in the if you refer some sort of styles, and if you refer some sort of script, and if you don't mention that in the head, the body which you are trying to load will not load properly because you did not mention the references about your style sheets or your JavaScripts in the header. We will understand about all of that in next videos, but for now, understand just head. In the head, we will be using all kind of references. Okay, and for now I want to give the title of my web page, so I'm giving that HTML demo, and I'm saving it. I'm going back to my web page, and then I'm refreshing it. Oh, okay. So I was trying to give title. So since I did not mention the properly, so it is not loading there. So and now if you see here, the title of the web page is HTML demo. So yeah, that is the title. And if you want to design the page, now if you want to design the page, and if you want to add any sort of elements, if you want to sort of anything on the page, you have to write it in the body. So we will be having different tags. We will be understanding what are those now. So let's understand what is div. What is header first? What is header? And what is footer? Let's say header, footer. If you go to web page and load it, it's header is something which comes in the top, and footer is something which comes in the footer section. If you want to give anything in the footer section out of the body, then you have to mention the footer. And if you want to give anything in the header section of the body, header section of the page, then you have to give it in the header. So for now, since we don't have any other thing in between, then it is just loading in the same header and footer loading in the same place. So we will design the page eventually, but for now, we'll understand each tag. And if you want to give any headings, then you can have the tag called h1. Then h1 and enter. Then let's say heading 1. Save it. Okay. And h2. You can have h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6. Header 2. Like that, you can have till h3, h4, h5, h6, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5. Sorry. Let's say 3, 4, 5, 6. So like that you'll be having. So if you load it, see, there are different sizes of headings. So if you want to use like smaller size, then you can use header H6 or H6 and put the text here. And if you want to use a little bigger, then H5, or if you want to use like bigger one, then H1. So these are the, if you want, these are the block as in like a block line, we call it. How do we call it? Like in line and block, we have two types. So these are like, if you see here, heading 1 is covering complete space and it is not allowing heading 2 to come besides it. Okay, we did not give any new line tag to have the new line in the web page. But heading is taking complete line, and then heading 2 is also taking complete line. These kind of tags, we call it as blocking tags. And there are other tags like inline tags as well. Let's say span. We have a span heading, span text. Let's say span 1 and span 2. See, if you see span 1 is not taking complete line. It is allowing the span 2 to render besides the span 1. So these we call it as the inline tags. And apart from in the block tags, we have div also. Div also same thing. Div also blocks the complete area. Let's say again another div. See, it is taking complete block. It is not populating after this section. It is not populating the another section. It is taking complete the line. So let's remove this again, div. Okay. And then we also have a nav or UL. And under the UL means like if you want to provide any menu kind of things, like multiple menus. If you see in any website, if you see home and then about us and contact us and all of that you'll be having. So if you want to have that kind of options, then you can have a UL. Or if you want to have a bullet points like 1, 2, 3, 4, then you can have this UL. Li. To have this, you can just mention like this: Li list 1, list 2, list 3. Like this, you'll be having. You can have. So for now, we will develop like little website kind of thing. Then you'll understand in a better way. So let's just go back. Then remove this as well. So I want to provide in a header. So I want to, first of all, I want to have a complete block. So as I mentioned, for block kind of thing, we can use div. So I want to, under the div, I want to develop my web page. So I want to give header. Under the header, I want to provide a heading. H1 I want to give. Saying that welcome to my basic web page. See, and then I want to provide some kind of description about my web page. So to provide that, you will be using a tag called P. It's a paragraph. If you want to provide any kind of paragraphs on your web page, then you use this tag called P. So I want to say this is a simple web page created in HTML only. See, it comes like this. And after that, I want to provide menus like home, about, and then contact us and all of that. In the, so I want to give, after this, I want to have like space, like 2-3 lines space. So for that, what you can do, you can just have a tag called BR. If you want to give any new line, just if you want to give line space, then you can just say empty line space, then you can just give the BR. And then I wanted to have menus. So to have any like kind of list of menus, then you use this UL. Under that, you will be using, you use this, you add the list. So I'll be using a list. 3 list I'll be using. So now under the list, I'll be just removing this. You'll not understand. Under the list, I want to provide the link to open another web page, to or provide the link to navigate to. Let's say when you see any website, let's go back to website, you'll understand. A website. Let's say Zerodha. If you see here, you'll be having about us, about it is opening other page, and if you open products, it is opening other web page, and if you open pricing, it is opening other web page. If you want to have this kind of thing, of course it applied some kind of CSS and styles and all of that, but with HTML, just with the basic HTML, to navigate to different pages, you have a tag called anchor tag that you need to use. So to use anchor tag, just use A. So in the A, we'll be having a, so these are the tags, and inside the tags, you can mention the attributes. So attributes will be href. These are, we call it as an attributes. Okay. Whatever inside the tag, if you are mentioning anything with the keyword equal to some string, open and the two quotations, then that is called attribute. Okay. Inside the attribute, href means to which page you want to navigate. I want to navigate to google.com. All right. It's, I'm saying, let's say about us. I want to have the same thing. Contact us. In home. Home, I'll copy and paste here. So home, I don't want to navigate anywhere. I want to be in the same page. Then you can use hashtag. Okay. And if you have any about us page, then you can use the About Us page link here. Since we don't have any About Us page and Contact Us page created yet, then I'm just using the google.com. Okay, now we have links. Let's just save and go back to our web page and refresh. See, we have links. Okay, now the menus are done. And now I want to give a again new line. I don't want to mix my text or content with the menus. Okay, I gave 3 new lines. And now I want to add a sections. To add any kind of sections, you can use section. So for About Us, I want to add one section, and whenever I click on this About Us, I want to navigate the control to the section About Us section. So to do that, you can just give another attribute called ID and provide the section ID. So for section, you provide an ID called home or About Us, and copy this and paste it in here. I'll add another web page. Okay, another link, another reference also, just to make you understand. This is a Contact Us. And then open Google. So I'm adding another section called Contact Us as well. For home also, I want to add another section and provide a home, and then I'll go and paste it here. So if you want to open it in the same page, and if you don't have any links, then you have to use the hashtag before the ID, before the reference. Then and then I want to provide a content inside the home. Let's say open Google. If you click it, it will open. It is opening in the same page. I want to go back. Okay. Let's see, open google.com. Okay, it is the website name. I'll copy paste it. And it was just opening in the same page, and it is not opening in the new tab, right? If you want to open it in the new tab, the other web pages, the page is leaving your web page and then moving to another website. So if you don't want that to happen, and if you want to open the other websites in the new tab, whenever you click on it, you can just say target blank, then save it, then go, and then again load it, then open it. So it is not loading in your page, it is loading in separate page, separate tab. So that's about anchor tags. And now let's go back and see design the home section. So I want to add a heading with a H2 header. and I want to add a home section here, and I want to add the same headings in the about us as well, and then same in the contact us. And then contact us. Mm, Refreshing again. See, we have 3 sections. Since it is in the same page, it is not moving. We gave reference to this page only, right? Hashtag and home to reach the home section. So yeah. So then let's go back and design the home again. Now we'll add one paragraph. This is the home section of the website. All right. I want to provide some image. In the home section, I want to provide some image. To provide an image, we have a tag called image, and then inside the image, we have to provide the image link. So for that, we have an attribute called source, and then here you need to provide an image link. So for now, I'm just Googling. I'll take some reference from Google, and then I'll provide images. Let's say this image. Copy link address. Then I'm going and I'm pasting here. Okay. And then there is I want to provide, if image is not loading properly, I want to provide the alternate text. It's called placeholder of the image. Let's go and reload our web page. See, image is not loading. If the image is not loading, let's say image is not loading, then we can remove it, and we will find some free images. Free images, let's say copy link address, and then maybe this will work. No, I don't want to use this. Attribute images, image links, images, then just click some image, and then open this website, and then open and download it. Oh, it is free download. I downloaded it, and then I'm going back. You can just click, you can go back to downloads. Downloads, copy it, go back to your C folder, HTML demo, and place it. Okay. Then I got my background image, and then I'll just go back and I use it in the code. So to do that, I'll just go back. I remove this. And then I use the folder name HTML. demo slash background dot jpg, and it should load now. It's loading, but it is loading really big. So I want to decrease the size. So to do that, you can mention the width and height as well as an attributes. Width is like 50 pixels and height, I want to give 100 pixels. Let's say 100 and 100, 100 by 100 will give. Save it and go back and load it. It's loading really small. Okay, and now, so the heading section is done. Then I'll create a about us. So about us, I want to provide some paragraph. In the paragraph, I'll write a welcome to our basic web page. We are here to provide you with information about our company. See, and then in the about us only, I want to provide some kind of other links as well again. To do that again, UL li. In this, I want to history mission vision, and I want to provide BR of each for each. Okay, and then I want to design the contact us. This is very interesting part. Contact us, if you notice in any page, you'll be having, let's go back to our example. Let's say contact us, contact us. Any website, if you take any website, if you click on contact us, it's basically will be having some sort of like, it will ask you to enter your name and enter your password and enter your name and email address, phone number and description, all of that. Then it will ask you to submit. Then it will submit your information to them and they'll contact you back. So if you want to develop such kind of thing, you can do that. So we have a few tags here in the HTML also to do that. Let's add the description about it first. Then if you have any questions or inquiries, I'm bad in spellings, excuse me guys. Feel free to contact us at, I want to provide some link. A href, and I want to provide an email. techmail437@gmail.com. It's my email address. And I want to open it in new page. And if you want to I don't want to have any referrer. This we will understand in future classes. Now I'm saving it. I'll add, so I want to have some kind of form where you will be entering your details and click on the submit, and the company will contact you back. So to do that, we have a tag control element called tag. You can use that, and inside that you can provide your all the what we call it. If you want to have any kind of input, if you can text field, or if you want to have any kind of email if you want to enter any email, then we have an option called we have a tag called input, by using which you can mention what kind of value you want to enter. So let's say first I'll just mention, I'll mention a BR after this. Actually, paragraph, anyway, it is a block, and I want to create input. So input, I want to create what input I want to create first. I want to create, let's say, text type, text input. Okay. I want to have this name. So if you want to provide any kind of label, you have a label tag as well. You can say label, and then in the same way, I want to have 4 text fields. One is an email, and type is a email. And if you want to have a message, so message will be a big, it's not like simple one, right? It will not be in the limited characters. It will be like too many characters. For that kind of fields, you can have another attribute called text area. And you can close that text area like this. Okay, so let's save. And then there is a button to submit. Input type, submit button, and value, let's say submit. Then we'll remove this. We'll go and see how the page is loading. If you see, it is loading in all in one line. So for that, we'll give BR, and BR. We have new line, but I want to have more lines. I don't want to have like this, like everything it is like, I want to have extra space. I'll give more space. Okay. Now we have form as well. And then I want to provide some sort of copyrights as well. So I'll go back to body. In the end, I'll be providing footer. And it's say at the rate 2024, my basic web page, all rights reserved. This rewrote. See, I should give footer inside that. I should give paragraph. If you want to provide any kind of text in the page, you have to provide it in the paragraph or span. Now you'll see the difference. See, there was a space. There was no space. Now there is a space. So that's it, guys. This is how we write HTML, and this HTML is without any styles or anything. And if you want to apply any styles, we have to do it through CSS, which is a cascading styling sheet. And if you want to give any kind of behavior to web page, we will be doing that using JavaScript. So HTML is like basic skeleton, and then CSS will give the page look and feel, and then JavaScript will add the functionality to the web page. So we will learn more about CSS and JavaScript in the next videos. We will be releasing the videos for those as well. And thanks for watching this video. And we will be having all the videos about HTML content, and then we'll also have all the videos about CSS and the JavaScript as well. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe. And if you like it, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.